Can you quickly explain the difference between recast and refinance? Because I think some folks think, a recast is a refinance. So I need to, if I sell after I buy my home, I have to wait till rates are good and then refinance. But that's not a recast.
Right. So if you're in the position where you're going to sell afterwards, the recast is something you're going to do to put extra money into the principal balance. You're not paying interest on that. So if you put extra money, like a large chunk of $100,000 or $200,000 into your mortgage, you can recast it. You keep the same rate that you closed with, and you're dropping your monthly payment because you're dropping your mortgage balance. That is not a refinance because it's much cheaper. So a recast or a reamortization, you're really just going to request that with the current mortgage company that services your loan. And after 6 months of payments, that's going to get pushed through. They're just going to do a valuation of your property. And so that's much cheaper. There's a couple $100s. So if someone's really looking at their options, to begin with, you're looking at your 20% down conventional, and you can recast. The next question is, how do I come up with that down payment that I'm comfortable with? You don't want to overextend yourself financially, but there's some good options out there as well. I just walked through this with a client, and I was encouraging them. They didn't need a full, they wanted to make 10% down, maybe up to 20% down, and a great way to do that is by getting a HELOC or a home equity line of credit on your home, on your current home that you plan to sell. It's going to only be in place for a couple months potentially, however long it takes to sell, but that home equity line of credit is a much smaller loan. If you're talking like $100,000 loan amount for that HELOC, it's going to be maybe $600 a month. You're talking about several hundred, but that's much smaller. Potentially you have several different mortgages in place, but your goal is to get your 30-year fixed or whatever term on your new purchase, and that closes. What else can get you to your goal? So a HELOC is a great one because it helps you tap into the equity that you know you're going to get when you sell your home.